Hello, my name is Jasim from Jasim Al-Mosawi Counseling. In this video, I will be exploring the issues of depressions and the relationship between depressions and memory. I have received few messages through Messenger and through my channel, Jasim's Al-Mosawi's YouTube channel. A few questions regarding the issues of recall, unable to concentrate, and the relationship between the struggle of unable to focus and forgetfulness and depression. And as a result, I have decided to make this video. This topic has a lot of information, which may take more than one recording, one part. This will be the first recording about this issue. So I will be exploring the connection between memory and depression. I'll be talking about the type of memory, and I also will be talking about some of the neurotransmitter, the chemical in the brain that related to memory, and I will be talking about some of the region of the brain or structures of the brain related to memory, and then at the end I'll be providing some tips to help improve memory. So we know that this is the first part, and I would like to keep this video within the 10 minutes, just to help people stay focused and to help people view this video easily without becoming bored by listening to my voice. So we know that depression has been linked into memory, and we know that depression has been linked to forgetfulness or confusion. We know that depression prevents the individual or make it difficult for the individual to concentrate and focus, and also prevent the individual from making decision. And we know that from the research that memory loss is one of the many symptoms of depression. So if the person is unable to focus, unable to concentrate, unable to remember things because of the depression, this will be impacting memory, impacting the person learning, impacting the person's ability to move forward. And if the person has difficulty making some decisions, also will be impacting their memory, is impacting their concentrations, and also impacting their learning. So we have three types of memory. We have the first type of memory is called sensory memory. So sensory memory is that's the first type of memory, which is memory that information that we receive from our sense that goes into our senses, that so touch, hearing, seeing, taste, and that's going to our brain, and the information will be processed there. The short-term memory, like the sensory memory, is capable of storing a very large amount of information, so it has no capacity. However, the information will be stored for a very brief period of time, between half a second to 2 seconds. The information will disappear, will be gone if we don't do anything about it. So we have two types of sensory memory. We have iconic memory, which is image, information that we learn through image, like what we see, like what we see a car, we see a house, we see a computer, we see a cell phone, we see a desk. This is iconic memory, and the iconic memory will be stored for half a second to 1 second. and then if we don't do anything about this memory, if we don't practice them, if we don't repeat them, they will be gone. And the second type of memory called echoic memory. And echoic memory is the hearing, what we hear from teacher, what we hear from friend, what we hear from parents, what we hear from TV, what we hear from recording, what we hear from YouTube channel or Facebook. That's memory. And this type of memory normally take about 2 seconds, and then will disappear if we don't do anything about it. So very important, if we want to learn, we really need to practice, and we need to understand if we are visual learner, or if we like to use image, or if we like to hear, which one is the best for us, what could help us in practicing, hearing or see. Then the second type of memory, so information from sensory memory, then we'll move into short-term memory. That's the second type of memory. If we are able to practice this information, the information will be moving into short-term memory. And the short-term memory has also a limited capacity, but the person and it has two types. It has the primary short-term memory, and then we have the second type is the working short-term memory. The primary short-term memory has a capacity, or the person is able to store the information if they are chunking them. So how we chunk them is a +7 plus 2 or -2. So for example, a phone number, we have to chunk the phone number in order for us to memorize it, in order for us to stay in our primary memory. And in order for us to improve the primary memory, we have to chunk the information, keep chunking the information, so put them in a chunk or rehearse the information. The second type of memory called working memory. And the working memory is also like the memory of measurement, memory of reading and repeating, memory maybe somebody reading a poetry or instruction and repeating that instruction. That's called working memory that we use when we are working with it. So short-term memory normally take about 20 seconds. And if we don't rehearse this information, if we don't repeat this information, if we don't chunk the information, this information will go away. So if we are struggling with focus, if we are struggling with feeling depressed, we have no energy, we feeling frustrated, we feeling depressed, this will impact how we impact the energy that will be spent to rehearse the information. So that's how depression impact memory. Then we have long-term memory. That's information, if we kept rehearsing the information, if we kept chunking the information from short-term memory, the information will move into long-term memory. So a long-term memory has unlimited capacity, has a lot of has a very big storage. So information will be stored there. And we have the long-term memory has multiple level and multiple types, but I will be talking about a few types which they are like a procedural memory, a memory that we are like one type of long-term memory is procedural memory, is a memory that we use as a skill. That's procedure that we have, like riding a bike, driving a car. That's a procedural memory. And this memory will be impacted by depression. People like when they sometimes they feel they have no skill, because the depression impact the recall information, the information that you stored already. You learn how to ride a bike, for example. The information will be, you will have some difficulty accessing the information because of the depressions, okay? And then you have semantic memory, which is the memory of fact, something that you remember about date, or like some specific fact, birthday. That semantic memory, also a person with depression have some difficulty recalling these facts. So this is kind of in a summary about this type of memory, and I hope this video is helpful for you. So, and we will be continuing with the following video